This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutastrophe. Welcome to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, December the 1st, is a Mexican golf icon. He calls himself the Merry Mex. He won 6 major titles, 29 PGA Tour events, and actually, well, the funny thing is that he's won 2 US Opens, 2 British Opens, and 2 PGA Championships, but no Masters. And, he's been part of the World Golf Hall of Fame since 1981. He is an icon. He's 83 years old. He is the very Mex, Trevino. Trevino was actually born in the States in Garland, Texas, to a family of Mexican ancestry. All that. But, he actually worked in the cotton field when he was 5. He was introduced to golf by his uncle and was a caddy at the Dallas Athletic Club near his home. He left school at 14 to be a caddy, but he would only earn $30 a week, though. But he could practice golf, all that. Anyway, he was known for his fade thing. He actually enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps in 1956 and served 4 years as a machine gunner, as a corporal within the 3rd Marine Division, which was amazing and all that. After his discharge from the Marines, he was a club pro in El Paso, Texas. And then in head-to-head matches, he would gamble for that. He actually made the cut at the 1966 U.S. Open and actually took 54th, which isn't bad. In 67, he qualified again and actually was 8 shots behind the champion Jack Nicklaus. He actually earned $6,000 for finishing 5th, and actually was, because of that result, he got to be on the PGA Tour for the rest of the year. He put up $26,000 as a rookie, 45th on the money list, and he actually got an exemption into the 1968 U.S. Open because of his 5th place finish. And surprisingly, in his second year at the PGA circuit, he won at Oak Hill in Rochester, the U.S. Open, beating Jack Nicklaus by 4 strokes. Trevino was one of the big boys of the 1970s golf scene, alongside Jack Nicklaus. He would actually put up a money list championship in 1970 and put up 10 wins in 71 and 72 combined. 1971 was one of the biggest moments in history. Within 3 weeks, he won 3 major events. First off, he had to play an 18-hole playoff on the Monday after the 4 rounds of the 71 U.S. Open were finished, because in those days, the U.S. Open, the U.S. Open in those days, if you were tied, you had to go through an 18-hole playoff the next day. And he beat Nicklaus. In fact, Trevino even did a rubber snake to throw Nicklaus off his game, if that was the one. 2 weeks later, in Canada, he ended up winning the Canadian Open, his first of 3 wins north of the border. And then the next week at the British Open, he won, becoming the first player to win the U.S. Championship, the Canadian Championship, and the British Championship. He wouldn't be the last, as Tiger Woods did that in 2000, including that famous 18th hole shot for Tiger at the Canadian Open at Glen Abbey, that from a bunker he went over the water to win the title. In 1972 at Muirfield, he actually defended the British Open Championship. It was amazing, all that. Unfortunately, Tony Jacklin 3-putted on the 17th, which gave Trevino kind of the win. Trevino beat Nicklaus by a stroke. He actually holed out 4 times from off the greens, which was amazing. So, yeah, he did a fantastic chip shot at Muirfield. Trevino actually won the New Orleans Open in 1974. You're thinking, well, that's not anything big. Well, it's big considering he didn't score 1 single bogey. And consider that he was the last guy to do that until JT Poston in 2019 at the Wyndham Championship. So that's hard to do when you win a title without even scoring 1 bogey. I play video game golf and I bogey a couple holes, but I still win tournaments. Anyway, He won the 1974 PGA Championship over Jack Nicklaus. The fourth time Nicklaus was a runner-up to Trevino at a major, which was amazing how good Trevino and Nicklaus's rivalry is. Trevino was actually struck by lightning at the Western Open in 1975. He got injuries to his spine. He got a damaged spinal disc removed, but back problems would hamper him. Nevertheless, he did okay. He even took second in the 1980 British Open to Tom Watson. And he won at age 44. He won the 1984 PGA Championship. And actually was runner-up in 1985. So that's just amazing how he could do all that. So anyway, Trevino won at least one PGA Tour event from 1968 to 1981. And he put up 29 wins on the senior tour. And he played overseas a lot and all that. Being a color analyst for PGA stuff on NBC, Lee Trevino. But the Masters would be the only tournament in which Trevino couldn't win anything in. He actually led the field at age 49 in 1989, the first hole with 500 par 67. Yeah. Trevino did not like the atmosphere of Augusta National and had troubles with it. But it didn't matter. But he had some distinction. Trevino was the first player to shoot all 4 regulation rounds under par at the US Open in 1968. He went under par in all 4 rounds. Nobody had done that. Yeah, he won the Open, the US Open, and the Canadian Open same year. Trevino and Tiger Woods. Trevino played for the US at the Ryder Cup 6 times. And actually had a 667 mark, winning 2 out of 3 matches, basically. He won the Farden Trophy for lowest scoring average in 70, 71, 72, 74, and 80. Decked to the Royal Golf Hall of Fame in 1981. He was known for the rubber snake at the US Open. All that. So yeah, he was known for his humor. But yeah, 29 PGA Tour wins. That's pretty good. Winning the Canadian Open 3 times. He won it in 1971 against Artwell Jr. in a playoff. He won it in 1977 against Peter Oosterhuis and 1979 against Ben Crenshaw. So yeah, in 29 senior championships, 6 Masters, 6 events, 6 titles. Well, he never won the championship. So yeah, just as amazing about Lee Trevino. Oh, the very next end is over his humor. Good for him. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.